So good morning, and today we are going to learn a very important topic. So, as you all know, that I have been like anointed as a back and joint disorder specialist at Sharon, although I do a lot of various things. But it's a good niche that I wanted to cater because I myself had so many issues and catering to so many people over the past decade. I believe I have good expertise in this area, and so I was just going through my thoughts, my notes, my experience, and I was like, why do people die? What is the cause of death? What do you think is the major reason? Not disease. I'm not talking about cancer or heart disease. Those are effects. So we need to understand first what is a cause and effect thing. Okay. So if somebody died of like heart attack, right? So what does the postmortem report says? He got a cardiac arrest or a stroke or a clot or something, and it was a heart attack, and heart attack is the reason for death. But do you think is heart attack a cause or an effect?
It is an effect.
It's an effect. Very true. It's an effect. And there is some underlying causes, certain lifestyle reasons. So similarly, if we think about death, why does death occur? What do you think? Think deep. Why are people dying prematurely? Okay. No, no, nothing.
Because of the lifestyle we are leading nowadays. We are
Okay.
not leading as per the nature, you know, rhythm or
This you are telling the cause. I'm asking about the effect. You're telling the cause. I'm asking about the leading cause of death. It is atrophy. Okay. Atrophy means what? Decaying. This is, and what they say, he died because of old age. This you will hear very common, that it was just because of aging a person dies. Do you think a person dies because of aging? Yeah, do you really think? No, it's a big misnomer that people die of aging. People die because of signs of aging. Okay, and major sign of aging, as I said, is atrophy. Atrophy. So what does atrophy means? That your body is decaying. Body सड़ने लगी है हमारी. Okay. And when does the atrophy starts? What do you think? When does it start? At what age? Any guesses?
at any age, like
Uh,
or maybe at 18. I mean, I don't know. I mean, any age, my guess is.
Others, any guesses? At what age does it start for average population? Yeah, it can start at any age, obviously, but for an average population, it starts around 25 or 30 years of age. Okay. So this is a very crucial point. If you are at this age point, 25 or 30, so that is when I get most of the patients when they start showing signs of aging. Either they develop type 2 diabetes, they develop hypertension, they develop metabolic the signs of metabolic syndrome, back pain, neck pain. Um, these kind of things when they start happening, समझ जाओ, you are aging faster than normal, and there is a condition which is known as sarcopenia. Okay, it spells that Sarcopenia. Okay, so what does sarcopenia means? It is the loss of muscle mass as you grow older. So when you turn 25 or 30, you gradually start losing muscle mass. So what do you think are the signs of you losing muscle mass? Anyone? There is a long list. I have made a list from my own experience. What are the signs that you're losing muscle mass? क्या होगा अगर आप muscle mass lose करोगे तो? Come on, think. It's very easy. Now I won't not say this. You have to complete.
Pains in the joint, pain.
Yeah, so Pooja has answered enough today. Okay, so Pooja will not open her mouth. Yeah, pains in joints. Okay, you can have pain. Okay, what else? Ekta?
Not doing exercises part, so, like strength training, etc. So we
Yeah,
lose
no,
muscle mass.
that is the reason for sarcopenia. I'm asking about symptoms. Stiffness. Yeah, Dolly mentioned in the chat box. Stiffness. Yes, so you can have pain. You can have stiffness. What else? Think.
Fatigue, inflammation.
Yes, fatigue. Yes, very nice, Priya. So, like I had a client yesterday, he told that Manish, when I come from back from office, I feel fatigued. He was in his mid 40s, and obviously fatigue will be there. if you don't exercise, if you start losing muscle mass, fatigue is one of the major reasons. And what we think fatigue hua, to what we do, we sip a cup of coffee so, to get that kick of energy, huh? We try to go to substances. Those, why do people smoke, why do people um, have alcohol, or why do people have tobacco, huh? They feel that they are fatigued and that gives them a kick. Yeah, but they don't know the root cause. Root cause is sarcopenia actually. So fatigue, pain, stiffness. What else? What else can happen if you lose muscle mass? Think. Hmm? Cognitive ability. Your cognitive ability starts going down. So if I want to lift this phone, okay, so my brain sends signals to my arms. Right. See, this is the controlling thing. समझ जाओ आपका switchboard है. This is the switchboard. Any action that you do is signal from the brain. Okay, so your cognitive, when your muscles are weak, the connection, and I said that every body part, there is a two-way connection between brain and every part, right? So if I want to lift this phone from the desk, my brain sends signals to my arms. If my arms are weak, gradually my cognitive ability will go down. This is one of the major reasons for all the degenerative diseases of the brain also. So it's not that if you want to make your brain sharp, you have to do exercises for the brain only. You need to work out. That's why exercise is a magic pill, like I said in the session on Sunday also. That if it came in a pill, it would be the most prescribed medication. It is that important. You will start losing your balance. A lot of people get now vertigo issues very young in their life. So if you have your weak core muscles, you will get back pain. Like Pooja said, joint pains, very, very common. Strength, overall strength goes down. Apart from apart from fatigue, you have general weakness. And what do when you go to a doctor? Start your calcium supplement, start your vitamin supplement, start this, start that. You start eating more, thinking that you are weak. But what's the root cause? We know that it is sarcopenia. Your posture, okay? Your posture also gets affected. So why do people get stunted as they grow old? Hmm? Why? Just because their muscles are not able to support their skeleton. So see, skeleton, it's like hanging. Okay, उसमें there is no support. There are joints, ligaments, सब कुछ है, but it's your muscles that hold them together. Now suppose you are constructing a building, right? उसमें सरिया हमने लगा दिया, all those rods and sariyas and iron rods. And what about if the cement is not strong? What will happen? It will obviously break down. The building will break down. Similarly, your joints, your bones and joints are there. If your muscles are weak, what will happen to the joints and bones? Obviously, they will not be supported. They are bound to become weak. Then you go to doctor, they give you supplements. Nothing happens. I haven't seen a single case that has gone better with calcium supplements. But unfortunately, दूध पियो, छाछ पियो, calcium low, calcium low. What is the root cause? Go to the cause, not the effect. We just try to like douse down the fire in conventional approach. But if you want to live healthily for 100 years, if you want to do all activities on your own, you have to work on your muscles, your appearance. Yeah. So why do people tell me, or some of the people who are like with me for 2 years, that you are actually people are growing younger? Like Kirti, I said that day, amazing transformation. Mukesh, again, many people, not only Kirti and Mukesh, many people are, why their appearance is changing? Because see, like any part of the body, our muscles are made up of cells, okay, and they are constantly regenerating. That regeneration process happens faster when you exercise. So when you exercise, actually you are breaking down your muscle. You are not building your muscle. Actually, it is breaking down. Don't worry, don't stop exercising after listening to this. That is a necessary process. But जैसे अब suppose there is a slum out there, okay, and you want to build a tall building. पहले क्या करेंगे? What will you do? You will first, the old structure that is there, you have to like bring down that structure, right? जब उसको break down करेंगे तभी तो उधर नई building बना सकते हैं. Similarly, exercise works this way only. So your old structures, your old debilitated cells, all the debris that is there, that gets cleared out first, and then you rebuild your new muscles That is the secret for staying young. If you want to stay forever young, now you know the secret, that regeneration. See, there is a kind of a recycling mechanism in our body. भगवान ने बना के भेजा है ये. And that happens when, one, you exercise. Second, after exercise, what is very important is right nutrition. Problem is that now, because of so many food marketing companies being so strong, see, entire world, they are controlled by only five or six major companies. And they are so, like, they are like financial behemoths, and they can like do anything what they want. If they want, kal agar bolna hai na ki cancer is good, they will make you believe that cancer is good. They are so powerful. Through advertisements, through research, they will fund everything. And what they said, protein. So what the fad was in 1980s, that fat is bad. So they put everybody on a low fat diet. Nobody improved. Cases of diseases related to fat kept going up. Now what's the fad? Latest fad? Protein. Everywhere you go, have protein, have protein, have protein shake, have protein in each meal. 1 gram of protein per body weight, 2 grams of protein, this protein, that protein, protein good for liver, protein good for kidneys, protein good for this, protein good for that. Now what is happening? Cancer cases are just off the roof. Actually, you need just a normal diet. Everything has protein. Protein gives structure to plants. From where does milk में protein कहाँ से आता है? What does a cow eat? Grass. But we have like stop thinking yourself, forget your inner wisdom, believe what I say, believe what a doctor says, believe what a nutritionist says. We have stopped thinking as a human beings. That's the biggest dilemma. Why do we need to eat meat to get protein? From where does nature give them that? Hmm? Everything comes from nature only. We need to think. So yes, protein is important. Don't get me wrong, protein is important, but you don't need to consciously think that from where will I get my protein. If you eat a rainbow, you will get everything. You don't need to consciously eat your chanas and rajmas and beans and nuts and seeds. No, that is also a myth. Everything has to be in moderation. Everything has to be in moderation. So what I do for my protein intake, yes, sprouts. Excellent. One of the, it's a super food. Problem क्या, सस्ता है उसके लिए famous नहीं है. If it also it's sold like 5,000 rupees kg, now it will be the next super food and everybody will start eating sprouts. I guarantee that. The problem is that people don't value peanuts. Such a good source. So have peanut butter if you're not intolerant to peanut. I have peanut butter daily. It's a superfood. Believe me, peanuts. Again, almonds are expensive. It's famous. Peanuts are cheap. That's not famous. Peanuts has more nutrition than even almonds. Okay, so I believe peanut butter, make it a part of your routine. But if you are intolerant to nuts, be very careful. Don't is like have too much of protein at the end of your day. Okay, that's again a wrong thing that people do. That after sunset, your digestion shuts off, and protein takes up a lot of energy. It needs a lot of uh, digestion power to get absorbed in your body. So don't have too much of protein at the end of your day. Don't take those supplements. It's all bakwas. I'm telling you, unless you have a very severe condition. I haven't seen a single case in my life with protein deficiency. Any idea what is the disease of protein deficiency? कभी सुना भी नहीं होगा आपने. Kwashiorkor. सुना है कभी? नहीं. No one has heard of it. बट क्या होता है, डॉक्टर के जाओ, यू आर डेफिशिएंट इन प्रोटीन. अरे प्रूव तो करो पहले, हाउ यू डेफिशिएंट इन प्रोटीन. नो वन इज डेफिशिएंट. पीपल हु आर डेफिशिएंट इन प्रोटीन हु आर वेरी माल नरिश्ड. अफ्रीका में देखा है बच्चों को कैसे दिखाते हैं कई बार. हाँ, एनी किड, नॉट इवन अफ्रीका, एनी, या वेरी माल नरिश्ड, दे आर डेफिशिएंट. जो हड्डियां दिखती है और यू सी देयर रिब केज एंड देयर स्पाइन, दोस पीपल आर डेफिशिएंट इन प्रोटीन. तो हट्टे कट्टे हैं यार, हमारे में तो एक्स्ट्रा देके भेजा भगवान ने. So no one is deficient in protein. Please don't fall in this myth. Don't start eating a lot of eggs, a lot of that. You are like basically killing yourself. Believe me. All the animal sources of protein that we have, that is the root cause of cancer. The cancer module that I did in Cornell, that's the first module I did in my study. And the last I selected first. This what the professor said is the animal protein. First line, first sentence was the main reason why cancer is on the rise. Yeah, he was an 80-year-old professor with 60 years of experience. If he's saying that, we need to believe it. Yeah. So how much muscle mass we lose? We lose up to 5% of muscle mass every decade. after you have turned 25 or 30. So if you are in your 50s now, so probably you have lost about 10 to 15% of your muscle mass. Overall, you lose up to 30% of muscle mass in your entire life. And this is one of the major reasons for death, because every organ is a muscle. Even your heart is a muscle. So if you get a heart attack, don't blame only your food. It's because your muscles are weak. Your heart muscles are weak. If you get a brain stroke, don't only blame the clots. It's because you never exercise your brain. If you get a back and a joint problem, if your lower back is hurting, don't blame just your physical structure and your routines. No, because your core muscles are weak, so back will hurt. If there's a problem in the knee, so what happens is there is a lot of muscle around the knee. If that becomes weak, your knee is not supported, then the space comes down and you develop osteoarthritis. See, such a simple thing. I explained it in 20 minutes, a leading cause of atrophy and death. It's not rocket science. So a rule with muscle, दिमाग में छाप लो इसको आप. Use it or lose it. Just बोलते ना घर में एकदम with muscle. If you don't use it, you are bound to lose it. This is the rule with the muscle. So what kind of exercises we should do for strengthening your muscles? Yes, definitely resistance training, I would say, not gym or anything. Any kind of resistance is good. So what we do in the class, it is perfectly fine. You don't need to join any extra gymnasium or don't need to do actually anything. We cover everything here. जो हम करते हैं, that is good enough because we hold a lot against the gravity. We do a lot of push-ups. We do a lot of planks. We do a lot of Surya Namaskars. We do use some props also. Going forward, I'll just add a couple of props more that I'll let you know. But आइए क्लास में आइए उसके लिए बहुत important. This knowledge that you have gained today, it's my like 12 years of research. Let me check if I missed anything. The nutrition is there, so don't like get scared if you are already in your 50s, 60s, 70s. Good part is that, as I said, it's a regenerative mechanism. Okay, even if you are in your 60s or 70s, abhi bhi hum jaag jaye, if you start even today, it's never too late. Any questions anybody has regarding sarcopenia or any general questions, not specific questions about what we should do, what we should not do? Very important for Anjana aunty, Geeta aunty, Rekha aunty, आपके लिए बहुत जरूरी ये चीज को, because in general, women in our country, they believe that resistance training is not for them. It's only for bodybuilders, and the way it is showed कि जिम तो खाली मेल्स को करना चाहिए, फीमेल्स को करना चाहिए, सिर्फ योगा या सिर्फ वॉक या स्विमिंग और डांस. नो, strength training is the key. Resistance training is the key if you want to lead a long, healthy life. But exercise again, not more than 40 to 45 minutes. As I said, muscles are broken down. ज़्यादा exercise करेंगे आपका BP एक तो definitely shoot up होगा. 100% if you exercise for 2-3 hours every day, in the long run you will get a hypertension issues. That's why I used to say to my old students, many of whom are here also, that please don't exercise twice in a day. You actually don't need that. It is counterproductive, just like medicine. If doctor says take 2 pills in a day, we don't take 20 pills in a day, right? So similarly, exercise has a role. People in the blue zones don't even exercise. They just do natural movements. They work in farms, they do their own chores, they wash their own clothes, they dance, they play. That is their exercise. But unfortunately, in today's day and age, we cannot work in a farm and we cannot like do those things. So you have to exercise. This is a like a no-brainer. Exercise is a no-brainer. Wherever you are, in which part of the world, use your muscles. Use your muscles. Going forward, we will learn techniques about how to brain also. That how do you engage your brain creatively. तो मैंने क्या तरीका बताया था? Which book I asked you to buy or download? The Secret. The Secret. Why? Brain is also a muscle. You need to like develop new neural pathways if you want to stay young, if you want to stay healthy. हम क्या सोचते हैं कि अब तो मेरी उम्र हो गई है, मुझे नया सीखने का कुछ नहीं है. That is when your cognitive ability goes down. Always बोलते ना, be a learner. Always learn new things, new arts, new crafts. Not very fancy nowadays. There is online, so many resources are there. So we will cover brain health also in detail in the coming months, because your brain, your liver, your heart, kidney, your digestive system, these 4-5 organs only need to be taken care of in majority. Rest everything will happen on their own. So we will be very specific. And yes, muscles, we will focus on a lot on diet part. For forever young, diet will be a major part, but it's all about you, how consistent you are. मैं तो बोलता हूँ, at least attend the concept classes, if not whole. Going forward, I'll record the entire session. The entire session will be recorded, so even if you cannot attend live, please do it on your own during the day or next day, but don't delay it much, because I know how many people look at the recording after 2 or 3 days. It like loses its steam. Yeah, Geeta aunty, you unmuted yourself.
Yes, I have a question. From childhood, I've had weakness. I
Mhm.
used to exercise a lot. I used to cycle practically every day, uh, any time of the day. I was a very playful, but still I had a lot of weakness, and I've experienced that all through my years. I used to eat well, diet was good. So, what could have been the reason for that?
Yeah, so auntie, see, it is a very specific question that's very difficult to answer just by one symptom. Because see, as we understand, as you also understand, the body is not just a collection of physical organs. A lot of synchronicity happens in the mind, body, and even our bodies. Yeah? So there are joints, ligaments. Then there are certain like genetic factors also that can affect your fatigue levels. You feel tired and weakness. So very difficult to answer this question, but
Okay.
general weakness sometimes, mind is a big source, I would say. So when you think a lot and when you try to do a lot of things at one time, because we are a go-getters, we think that hame, we have limited time, so do more and more things. So one advice that I give to everyone: every 1 or 2 hours now, close your eyes for 2 minutes. That's it. If you're traveling somewhere by car, if you're not driving करे तो आँख बंद मत कर लेना, close your eyes. Okay, consume less data, less information, if you want to not feel fatigued. So now you know, mobile data दिन में बंद कर देना चाहिए अगर कुछ काम नहीं हो unnecessary. Don't keep social media apps on your phone, that is also consuming a lot of energy. So these are some of the tips how you can conserve your energy. But if anybody wants to go in detail, so I have now officially started my consultations also with Sharan. This is not a marketing I'm doing, please don't take it otherwise. I have been doing this for many years now, 12 years now. But if anybody wants any personal things, so Strive to Thrive is my program that I have started. I already have two official clients, one from Dubai and one from Mumbai, and they have like, wow, they were amazed by the first session we did, and already they are benefiting a lot. So anybody has any specific requirements, they can definitely contact me through Sharan only now. I'm a Sharan exclusive product and a Sharan exclusive consultant, I would say. You can always subscribe to that also. If anybody has any specific issues, rest, if you come to group classes, I believe 50 to 60% of the issues are addressed in group classes only. Okay. Let's start with exercises now. Again, very important. So today we are going to understand exercises for sarcopenia. Okay. Thank you very much.